Hey everybody, it's Chris with Reptiles and Oddities. Today we are going to be doing a few things. I got an enclosure to show y'all if y'all saw the short on it. But we're moving this cage inside the reptile room. Two animals are coming out of quarantine, going in there. So this cage is going to be big enough for both of them because they are still pretty small reptiles. So yeah. Now, how about I shut up, flip the camera out, and show y'all and explain to y'all what this cage is. So, a little bit. Here we go. This is a 4 foot by 4 foot by 2 feet deep enclosure. This was actually the bottom piece to that one right there. That one's going to be a later build right there, but we got this one up on the block right now. So this was a not quarantine. It was just a temporary cage for my retic, but because her 6 foot by 4 foot by 2 was almost finished, so she's out of it. Now I got these. I'll show you the boas here soon. That's what they are, 2 Central American boas. They're small, so there's be plenty of room for them. So yeah, now let's get closer down here. The wood, again, is out of the 1/4 inch thick plywood that I use. The top is a stud board, and I went through and I put putty in there to make it all seem like one piece. You can see it kind of cracking right there. That's when we move it wants to come out. I don't know, I might just take that out. Then again, I might just paint over it. I don't know fully. But yeah, then we took lime green or neon fluorescent green paint, sprayed these tracks. These used to be black tracks, just like this one is. It's just, man, I got these 3D printed ones like this right here. They're 3D printed from Honored Reptiles, and I just love these so much. I need to get more of these right here, these pull handles. And so I'm going to black and green for mine, as you can tell with that one. So did that. I got these 2-inch ventilation ports here. So they're metal and they're liquid nailed in, so this is not coming out. This is another cage that's on a later build, but yeah. Now if we look back here, I do have, let's actually do this. Okay, so we got this screen top right here. This is for a light hood to go in. These are ground marks from, because the screw stuck through the very top of it. The very tip of the screw came through, so I just cut it off with a cut-off wheel. Done. So, screen topped, so therefore a heat lamp can set here. And then I've got the holes drilled right here. I need to just come back and sand those lightly. The one here, the other one right here, that's for my water lines to go in and kind of go up here and spray a mist in here. So that's that. So now, what's holding this thing off the ground are these 4-inch caster wheels. They are lockable. They hold up to 1,200 pounds. They're $24 off Amazon. I'll put the link in the description for those. They're ball bearing. They roll super smooth, and they can even hold my weight in this damn thing. So it's what's incredible. So, all right, now let's get on the. Oh yeah, and then lastly, the paint is just matte black. Paint just wrote on. So yeah, now let's get in here. The background is a vinyl fabric kind of background. It doesn't mold. That's what's awesome about this thing. So yeah, so, and whenever it gets wet, it really darkens up really nice. But so I got that. I'll put that in the link in the description below too, because that came off of Amazon also. So did that. So I just stapled it on there, done that. I got a little electrical pass through. I'll put that link in the description below because that came off Amazon. This light came from Amazon too. It was just a light, that's all it is. Doesn't do nothing fancy. So I'll put that in the link in the description too below. So, and then the wood is just natural driftwood that I found at the lake, brought it back, sanded it down, sharp points are going to be on it, and it's just treated and everything like that. And I do the heat treatment on these things after I wash them off and clean them, make sure there's nothing on it. And then I've got some vines that were donated, and they're cleaned and everything, and all this foliage is clean, that I just wrapped around it and mounted it to that. Got this kind of root kind of vine systems coming out of the ground. And some of these, as you can tell, they're cut at 45 degrees angle, so it gives it something better than just flat against the wall and all that. For instance, like that looks like it's actually coming out of that piece of wood, which is really nice. So they got this down here at the floor, literally my hands touching that in the floor. coming up, then this going down, and then this over there. And then they got that to get to the very top, all the way to the ceiling right there. So they have multiple spots they want to get to be temperature gradient, and that heat panel is little. You see it right there. I did cut a piece of wood and carved it out, so therefore it's like a what you call it, a trim for the screen, so you won't have none of those little sharp points from the screen poking out, so the snake gets up there, doesn't poke itself. So that's it. So but yeah, then again, fake plant right there. I got one of those big water bowls in here. Yeah, I painted a long time ago. I don't know what I was thinking, but it works. Now bedding, I'm using cypress mulch and Magic Earth's stagnant peat moss. That's what this, well, you know what this is, stagnant, or this is cypress mulch, but this is peat moss right here. I've been using it for my reptiles for a long time, and I haven't had a single issue out of it. It just gets a weird smell because stagnant moss does that, but yeah. That's what I'm using as the bedding. It is pretty deep. It's like 5 inches deep, maybe 6 inches on some parts of it. So that's it. So we're going to put a heat lamp in it and a light for daytime and nighttime. I do have the glass for it. Glass is sitting right there. This glass came from the Glass Doctor, which is in a town next to me. They're a local glass company. If y'all have a glass company around you that has windshields and home windows and all that, they can order you custom glass, and it is a lot of times not as expensive as you think it is. So yeah, so we're gonna let this thing kind of set for a little bit, and then we are going to move that into here. Oh no, what's going on? Okay, one thing is, these lights, like the one that's in that one, when they go out, they do that. Yeah, they just flicker. And yeah, that's the sign that they're going out. Which, I mean, these things are like $15, $10 sometimes. So I guarantee you that little rattlesnake right there does not like it. So yeah, we need to unplug that. I need to find the plug-in for that and unplug that thing. That's it. Gonna be easier said than done. So, but yeah. All right. So that cage is gonna go right there where those little ball pythons are, in my carpet python, and my ornamental tarantula. So it's gonna go right here. And then this cage. Actually, no. I think that cage, my carpet, and my tokay right here are gonna go in there, and then this one's gonna just move over, probably set on top of here. Then I'll have these set just right here. So we get to move all of this. Also, anybody want ball pythons? Baby there, and then the babies are right down there. I got 3 baby ball pythons right there. You can go to my Instagram and see the babies. The male is a desert ghost, hypo, spot nose, orange dream. The female is a pastel, something, I really don't know. So I'm asking $150, $200 for them, something like that. Just give me an offer, a decent offer that I can put back into these reptiles. So yeah. So we got that guy. We got to move to mangrove pit viper. All right. I'll come back after I get this all moved, or if anything happens. All right, let's step into this room right here. I've got everything set up and hooked up, and it's not the best, but I mean, it works. I got my irrigation line all ran for the misting kits. My Indian ornamental, just chilling right there in the glass. The baby ball pythons are down there. Carpet python's doing good. Humidity's working. The misting kit's working just fine. The male palm pit viper, or mangrove pit vipers right there. You can see the back half of my tokay. So yep, there he is. And here is my mangrove pit viper, my female. So she's right back there. Those misting kits work those nozzles work awesome. but she's back there. Now I'm hoping she and the male is breeding, so I'm hoping I'll have baby mangrove pit vipers here soon. And if that's so, they'll be up for trade. I can't sell them, but I can trade them. So I'll trade them for other reptiles equal to their value. So that's how I'm going to do it. And right here, I've got this one set up. I got to hang those wires back up. But I'm not done with this yet. She's up there. That's my SD retic. She's about 8 feet long. So I put a nozzle in here because I did have a waterfall in here, but she destroyed the waterfall, so I'm down to just that. So I'll get a bigger water bowl in here soon. But yeah, so she's got her humidity will be just fine now. So everything's on a timer. So yeah. Now this one is done and ready to go, and it is plumbed. You can see a little bit of the water right there. So everything's ready to go. Now how about I show you the red-tailed boas. So first we'll take the male. Actually no, let's take the female. Yeah, there's going to be a male and female going in here because the size of them. And right here is the female. She is her and the male was both given to me from a good buddy of mine. He works in the oil field, so he's not able to take care of him, so his wife was taking care of him. And they reached out and said she doesn't feel like she was capable to take care of him, so she asked if I would take him in. Now the deal is these are going to be future breeding pairs, so once they breed and all that, he asked if he could have pick of the babies, and I said, well, of course. Wouldn't have it no other way. So yeah, and they've been in quarantine for about 3 months. So she's gonna go off into here, and look at her, she blends in with that pretty damn good. So it's gonna be awesome. Excuse the tape, I don't have handles like that to open this, and if anybody's tried to grab glass just by your hands like that and try to slide it, good luck. So yeah, she is just exploring and all that. Now, how about I show you the male? The male is just slightly bigger. He is a Diablo Red. They're both Central American boas. So, he is a Diablo Red. And look at the iridescence on him. Dear Lord, he's shining. So, this dude is worth $2,500. So I was like, wow, I cannot believe that at all. But, again, 3 months quarantine. He did really good. I want to kind of let him go up here. He went on straight down the ground, so he's wanting to explore the ground. But yeah, so again, with the deal is he did reach out and ask, man, he misses these boas and all that, but he needs to make the money. So he said later on when I breed them, could he have a pic of the babies? 2 of them. I said, well, of course. I would not expect anything less than that. I'd be more offended if he did not ask. So, yeah, that's the deal. But they're going to go in here. I believe, yeah, I know the stigma of cohabiting is but when it comes to snakes, when they don't cannibalize each other, they will, yeah, it'll be just fine. So boas, they'll be just fine, as long as you don't have like too small of a setup. Look at that. Oh my God, she's exploring the very top. She's going to the top. That's just incredible. Snakes and trees. Oh my freaking God. Now I know this is not no humongous size enclosure, no 8 to 10 feet tall, but dude, it still works. It works, dude. It just works. So it's gonna be a straight tropical setup. Got my stagnum peat moss, and cypress mulch blend. I'll get some leaves and I will put leaves in. And look at that. He's starting to climb the wood too. So yeah, really cool. Really cool. And I can tell this is going to be nice and warm in here too, because it was already starting to build a little bit of heat in there without a heat lamp, because it's just naturally insulating. Put that in there, and boom, it's locked. usark, baby. Yep, I'm a proud supporter of usark. Without them, I wouldn't be able to keep some of these animals. This just looks incredible. Oh my god. And this was mostly stuff I already had here that I've already previously bought. So, she's up there, he's down there. These snakes aren't that big at all. They're still young as could be. So, that's why they went in this. So, a lot better than a rack system that they were in, because I do have a rack and a PVC rack, and its only purpose is for quarantined animals, because I do run a rescue service, and when I get rescued animals in, they go into the rack system, and just to make sure it is simple as could be, paper towels and a water bowl. There's a heat pad in the back, so if they want more heat, they go to the back. If they want it to be cooler, they go to the front. That's it. And the reason is to make sure I don't get an animal that has a disease, a parasite, or anything like that. And I can make sure it's eating and all that and keep track of it. And then once it's done, if I keep it, they go in something like this. If I don't keep it, they go for adoption. And when they go for adoption and somebody comes to get them, I got to make sure that they are making sure that they know what they're getting into, that they are going to keep really good care of these animals. So that's it. I do not want an animal to go back into or go into a abusive home and just don't thrive and don't be loved and to end up passing away. No, I would not have that. So yeah, here I want to make sure my animals have the most enrichment as possible. So yeah, just freaking awesome, dude. Just awesome. Oh my god. Just so cool. Alright, now like I said, as these guys get bigger, they will go in bigger enclosures, obviously. But again, they're small and all that. And given this tree, these logs and how they're set up, it gives them multiple ways to work out. So yeah, really cool. So there's something going on, because yeah, that's going way too much. I'm going to redo the fogging system in this thing. There's something going on. So I think the controller is actually messing up on this thing. I'm going to turn it down. Actually, I'm going to turn it off for now, and I'm going to see about why is it just kicking on like that, because this thing is supposed to be monitored. So I don't have it too humid in there, because I don't cause an RI. That's the last thing I want. So yeah. Now, this line is going here, and I've already got plumbed in the back, and it goes here to this little doohickey. This is a timer that's for your irrigation lines for like a pond or for a sprinkler setup. So yeah, have that, get it timed, and it goes off a minute every 5 days. So do that, and there. Now, these cages here and here, these two are supposed to be set up with a misting kit, okay? I got to get a light for that one, because as y'all saw down there, that light that went on, that was just that did the same thing here a couple weeks ago. So I got to get new ones for them, because that's actually, I got a different idea. I'm going to get one of those. Yeah, I'm going to get one of those, and I'm going to put it in on here, because right in here there's enough room, and you can see a screen right there. So I'm going to put it right there, and that's going to add heat and all that. This is where my 2-ball pythons are at currently right now, and it is dark, but they are thriving and good and all that. But here's the deal. I got caster wheels coming in tomorrow. They'll be in the next video. Actually, the next time y'all see this setup, it's going to be done this way. And what the hell happened there? That completely separated. So I don't know. I do not know what the hell's going on with that. That is not supposed to be like that. But I might hit that in and run a screw through it and boom, lock that down. But yeah, so this is supposed to be a tropical. This is supposed to be tropical. This one is, I guess you could say tropical because Georgia, Oklahoma, and all that, it can be tropical, like more humidity at times. So yeah, and whenever it's humid, this little guy, which is my timber rattlesnake, definitely comes out. But his cage is about to get a wild upgrade too than what this is set up. But the way it is this is desert, this is desert. This is my bearded dragon, that is my desert iguana. I want the iguana on the bottom. I want the Sonoran gopher in the middle. Then I want the bearded dragon on top. Okay. And then I want the baby Burmese from over there to there. Then I want the ball pythons from there to there. And I want to put the rattlesnake down the bottom. So I'll do that. And I'll show you my little Burms. Hopefully she doesn't get her. She's actually a really good little snake. I say that. And she's huffing and puffing. Oh, that's why. She's going in shed. So, this is my little het caramel Burmese python female. Here, talk. Alright, I'll let you go back. I'll let you go, sweetheart. There you go. Coming back out over here. Really? Did you come to bite? Or you come to investigate? Alright, I'll shut it. She's never struck me at all. Just say that. I've had her for about since July. She has never struck me yet. But never say never. Okay. But yeah. Alright, so this is going to change. The more desert's going to be over there. So, and then later on, this will be right there. So, do that. And then I'll build a big enclosure right here for a Savannah monitor. And then it's going to have 20 gallons on top. So, yeah. Alright. Alright, real quick. I want to show you about this. I'll put the link in the description down below. Man, I'm doing a lot of these on this video. But this is the auto irrigation system that's actually made for your garden and all. Well, I am making this work for my reptile room, and I'm using literally a kit that you use for your flowers and stuff like that. And I got it in 100 feet line with all the fittings and everything. So literally make it work for each enclosure, and it works great. It only cost me, I think I'm at like $50 for all this whole setup, and it's going to go for every enclosure, and I'm going to have plenty of more left over. I'll put everything in the link and description. Yet again, man, it's getting repetitive saying that. But okay, here's how I'm going to do it. Okay, you got your off right there. And the next one, you got your set time. That's going to be what time of day it is right there. Then you got your start time. It's going to start at 7:30. Okay. Then how often? Or how long? I got it down to 1 minute. And then how often? Every 4 days. Then you switch it to auto. That's it. Got your plus right there. Got your minus. And that is for, like I said, set your clock. Okay, well, let's set it to 5 o'clock. And I had to turn it back because it's daylight saving time. Just hit minus. Boom. Done. Then you switch it. Start time. And then you just up and minus that. Boom. That's all you got to do. Okay. And then if you want it to actually turn on as a trial, hit that double the double drop system right there. And this will turn on for literally how many seconds you want, every to 59 minutes down to 1 minute, and it'll count down. Boom, done. So, and then I just got a fitting right there that's made actually, I think, for I can't do that with one hand. So that's actually made for washer and dryer hookups. So yeah, and it's running to the hotline. So by the time it atomizes, it's a nice warm mist for these animals. It's not cold, because in the winter especially, this water can get so freaking cold. I'm afraid it would hurt my animals. So there you go. Again, if you're interested in any of this stuff, I'll put the link in the description below for everything. And yeah, and oh yeah, to make it work for this system, everything's hidden right now. But literally it looks like a T, and it'll go in these lines, and literally you put your T in, and then you'll have the T comes out, and that will go to the enclosure, and then the one that's straight keeps going to the next one, and you just do that repetitive over and over and over. And then they got these out. Actually, hang on, let me just do this. Alright, so I don't have a T in here. I got straights and misting nozzles, and that's it. Alright, well, we're going to pretend this is a T. Okay, so say this is a T. See, it looks like a T, except for it's a misting nozzle. So your T will go down, and that's what you send your line into your enclosure. And then this goes straight on to the next one, to the next one, to the next one, to the next one. Alright, cool. When you get to your end, you get these stops right here, and you just push that in there, and they'll stop the water going, jetting out the open end. So that's how I got it set up. A little bit of combination. These came from Lowe's. The T that I'm actually talking about came from Lowe's. I will grab the T's and I'll put them in the description below too, if I can find them off Amazon. So that's how I got the line set up, and it's literally going from there. It's going to go boom, 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 but these are going to be, like I said, switched. Goes here, goes boom to that one, to there, over here. Not him, because I want to get a different setup. So right now he's on humidity. This one, that one, and them. So it's hooked up for all those. So, and I can go as long as I want, because it's going off the water pressure of your house. So yeah, that's it. So this one, he's getting it. You can see some of the water droplets. That one will get it, and that one will get it. So yep. All right, guys. Just want to show you a little bit about the misting system. That's only $50. All right, this is gonna be exciting right here. For the ones that know that I've talked to on Instagram or in person, yeah, I know that I am getting all these animals because I want to open up a zoo. Okay, it's becoming more of a reality now. Okay, now I just got to get the land, and then I'm going to do the work myself. If anybody out there wants to help out, because this will be a community thing. If anybody knows how to level the ground to prep for concrete, anybody knows how to do plumbing, anybody knows how to do electrical, sheetrock, anything, I'll need your help. I am going to be getting, once I get the land, there's will be 10 acres. I'm going to be purchasing two 30 by 80 foot square buildings. Okay, they're going to be metal. One is going to be a 5-bedroom or a 4-bedroom 2-bath house for my family. The other one, the reptile zoo. That's 2,400 square feet of reptile cages. These big, oversized, and they're going to get bigger than this one right here. This is a 8 foot by 6 foot by 4. Oh my God, they're going to get a lot bigger. I'm thinking about 20 by 20 by 15 feet tall for just one snake. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. And then I'll have a montane room, and then I'll have big cylinders that are 360 degrees that you can see these animals in. I'll be getting more animals. I'll be getting crocodiles and an anaconda. My Nile monitor, she will have a big themed out enclosure like the Congo is, like a piece of the Congo. So, and catch this, I am picking the building up. That is going to be delivered and installed for $23,000 and insulated. I can't believe that's the price nowadays and how things are going. It's gonna be awesome. I think I'll be able to have the house built to live in that is drywall, electrical, plumbing, all that set up, flooring, and all under $50,000. I think I'm going to be able to get that done. The reptile house, oh, it's going to be a lot cheaper. So if anybody out there wants to help out, if anybody wants to sponsor me, I know that I'm asking very early, but I have a goal that I'm going to. Now I think working with these animals, doing my nonprofit, rescuing native wildlife, maybe I can get a grant. Maybe I can get a good deal on some land and get it. I don't know. But I'm going to figure something out. These animals, hopefully in the next couple of years, these animals will get a much bigger space to where I'm not just working with this. So 2,400 square foot of reptile house. Now, like I said, I'm buying 2 buildings. So we're looking at $46,000 worth of metal, and they bring it out and they build it. That's not talking about the concrete slab or anything like that. That's gonna pour it. So hopefully I can get to that part, maybe with social media. Maybe I'll get a grant that'll help with this, because when I build like the second one where I'm building the reptile zoo, that's going to be used for education too. And I'm going to have something like a croc fest, retic fest, or something like that, carpet fest. Do a deal to where our reptile people can come out and we'll have barbecue and all that stuff and have a get together and stuff like that. I want to be able to do that. And I've been yapping my mouth long enough, and I see the goal. Now I'm just going to get down and do it. If that means breeding reptiles, saving money up, working with the bank, just busting my rear out here, I am going to get that done. Those turned off too quick. The light just turned off. I think it's because I had it unplugged. It's messed up the timer, so I can just adjust it real easy. But yeah, so yeah, it's exciting to actually talk about this stuff and see the goal at the end. And do you believe that? I never thought in my mind that I could have a reptile zoo that's going to be 2,400 square feet. That is going to be massive. I thought I was going to have to go to Lowe's and build it myself, get the wood and all that. No, with this price, somebody can come out and help and build it. And if I get enough people in the community to help out, oh my God, that'd be so incredible. And if I can have help by like maybe a sponsorship that I can help put the money back or something like that to get it, or maybe someone help me with the land or something like that, whatever. I don't care. Anybody wants to help out, man, that'd be so freaking awesome. So, all right. You watch this channel. Watch this channel go from this 30 foot by 5 feet wide storage room with one cage setting out here in the carport that is made to a makeshift garage. Go from this to a legit pro style reptile zoo like Reptilandia. Oh my God. It's just exciting talking about this stuff. That's just it. It's just exciting. So hopefully y'all sat here and listened to my rant, my ramble, and all that stuff. Well, I'm going to get out of here. Next time y'all see the video, these cages will all change and organizing how they are. And then these will have, the ones that need misting will have misting. And yeah, if y'all want a ball python, message me on Instagram. If I have to ship it to you, I will have to charge shipping. Other than that, that's it. I do have some leopard geckos. If you want pictures of them, message me on Instagram. I'll send you whatever I have available. Even if it's an adoption animal, I'll send you what I have. I have a Mojave pinstripe for $100 right now. She's eating great. She is still young, so if anybody wants her, she's $100. If you want it shipped, it'll be her plus shipping. So you just message me on Instagram. I will send you pictures of her. If you have any questions about anything else that's available, I will send pictures to you and I'll answer any questions that you got. So, alright guys, until next time, I'll catch you in the next one. Yeah, building these enclosures is freaking awesome.